Hi there, this is Winston Medina, Blessings in Jesus Christ. Today we are going to analyze the second part of John, chapter 6, verse 2. Remember that we analyzed this text, but we'll stop right here. Let me show you where we stop. We will stop right here. We said that this is, we analyze the OT. OT is a subordinating conjunction of cause, introducing an adverbial subordinate clause of cause, of course, indicating that this constitutes the reason or motive or cause, explaining why people follow Jesus. So this sentence is the main sentence, but it is the effect of that cause because they saw Jesus performing miracles or signs on those who were sick, then they followed Jesus. Okay, so but I told you that a clause has its own subject and verb, but we didn't analyze this. We need to analyze this too. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to analyze this, understanding that this OT is to be understood as cause, as causal. Okay, it's of cause. So let's go to the text. We will leave the OT aside because we already analyzed that, the subordinating conjunction of cause. And here we have the text. So the verb is etheoro, simia, epiton, athenundon. It is the sentence that we need to analyze. So the verb helps us split the sentence into its two parts, subject and verb predicate, but we don't have a subject there. When we don't have a subject, we say that it is implied. It is not expressed, but it's there in the verb. That happens a lot in the Greek text and also in Spanish. In English, we cannot do that. We have to put the pronoun all the time. But here in Greek, in the Greek language, we have to see the morphology and see, oh, this is a third person plural, they. So they in Greek is afti. So that's what we have there. That's an implied subject because the verb is talking about plural, third person plural. That's what the verb is, okay? So etheoro is talking about plural, but in the previous verse or in the main clause, it is a huge multitude, a large crowd. So large crowd is singular, but this verb is plural. So what do we have to do? Well, we have to provide the subject because when we talk about multitude, crowd, we're talking not about one person, but a multitude, a lot of people. So this subject is constructed here ad sensum. Ad sensum. It means that we have to understand that we're talking not about one person, but many people, and the verb helps us make that decision, okay? And it is made on the basis of ad sensum. All right. So we have the head of T is a pronoun, and it is also the head of the noun phrase, the subject that is implied, and the verb itself is the head of the verb predicate. And remember, this is a verb predicate because the verb etheoro, it's a verb of action. Okay, it's not a nominative or linking verb. Okay, that made a predicate different way, a nominative predicate. But in this case, we have a verb of action, so we have a verb of predicate here. We don't have anything else to analyze in the subject because it's only a pronoun, implied pronoun, a subject. So we will go ahead and analyze this phrase. This phrase answers to the question, what did they saw? It says they saw the signs that he is not included there. It's talking about Jesus performed on the sick people. Sorry, let me fix this part. Oh, well, we don't have to, cannot do it. Let me see. Performed. Okay, let me go back here. I had a misspell there. Okay, So what, as it answers to the questions, what did they see? And that's the direct object. That's the direct object, as you can see here. Direct object. The class is working as a direct object. Okay, so that's what we have there. Sorry, direct object. That direct object has to have a noun as a head, and that's because that's a noun phrase. The whole stuff is a noun phrase working as a direct object, and simia is the head of that noun phrase, or the direct object, the noun phrase. Then we have a relative pronoun a, introducing an adjectival restrictive clause of noun complement, complementing simia. Okay, so this is an coordinating conjunction. Let me fix this because I have it in Spanish here. It's a subordinating conjunction, subordinating conjunction. Okay, conjunction. Okay, here we are. All right. Okay, because I have analyzed it in Spanish too. This is a subordinating conjunction, and it is related to simia. It has to do with simia. It's an anaphoric relative pronoun, okay? And it's working as a subordinated conjunction. So it introduced the adjectival restrictive clause of noun complement, okay? So let's see what we have here. Okay, if it is a clause, pay attention, because if it is a clause, any clause has its own subject and predicate. Okay, so we have to look for the verb. That's the verb. A P means to do. A P, who did something? We need to find the subject. The verb allows us to split the sentence, the new clause, into two parts, the subject and the predicate, but we don't have a subject there. It is third person singular. It's talking about Jesus. Jesus, because they saw the signs that Jesus did, epiton ascenundon, on the sick people, all right? So we have now the subject and the verb predicate. To do or perform is an action verb. It's a verb of action, so it's a verb predicate too. And we need a complement because they saw the miracle that Jesus did. So the relative pronoun, the subordinating conjunction works also. Well, we need to find the head, sorry, of course. But the object, the direct object, is the same subordinating conjunction because it is related to simia. It means we can say that Jesus performed miracles. So the relative pronoun is functioning in two ways here, twofold. It's working twofold here as a subordinating conjunction and also as a direct object. So it's working as a noun phrase like simia. Okay, and is referring to those miracles or signs that Jesus performed. So that's why sometimes the person, I need to tell you this, sometimes the relative pronouns work also as a subject, and sometimes works also as a direct object. That is the case here. So how do you know when it works? How do you know when it functions as a direct object? Well, the grammatical rule says that if the noun of the subject here, the subject of this clause, the relative clause, is different from the noun, the subject of the main clause, then the secondary function of this subordinating conjunction is direct object. That's what it is. Again, we have Jesus and we have FT. FT means they and Jesus means he. It's two different subjects. So the subject of the adjectival restrictive clause working as a complement as a noun complement, if the subject is different from the main clause that is after they, then we have the function of direct object for that subordinate conjunction. It's difficult, but we need to learn those rules. Then we have to analyze, this is a noun phrase, so it has the value of a noun phrase. Even when it is a relative pronoun, it has the value of a noun phrase because it's relating or referring anaphorically to simia, signs, miracles. Then we have the prepositional phrase. I didn't put this here, but it's a prepositional phrase. And the prepositional phrase, let me put here P, because that's English. And we have the prepositional phrase is working as an adverbial phrase because it's adverbial in general because it's modifying the main verb. In this case, the verb that we have here, P. Okay, so what we have there. Okay, here we go. Okay, then it's a complement. It's a circumstantial complement locative of place. Okay. All right. So we need to find here that this is a preposition object, and P is the head of the prepositional phrase, and of course, ton athenundon is a noun phrase that we need to analyze separately. So ton is a determinant working as or functioning as an adjective, modifying the head that is athenundon, the head of the noun phrase that is athenundon, and that's what we have here for this text. And that's it. We don't have anything else to do. So again, these constitute the reason or cause why people follow Jesus, introduced by the subordinating conjunction oti. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any question, you can ask me there, okay? And I will try to help you. Bye.